A recent report alleges that there is an undisclosed pact between a famous player and the Pittsburgh Steelers, suggesting that he is already committed to joining the team, though he has yet to publicly announce this decision. At this point, this report will be analyzed, and some reflections will be shared on the only way I see this situation making sense. Before diving deeper into this topic, it is crucial to follow all developments related to the player's journey. Whenever a decision is made, there will be a live broadcast, and it is expected that a Steelers team shirt with his name will be made available, unless he opts for another team or chooses to retire. The impression is that it is just a matter of time, rather than whether or not he will join the team. Once the news is confirmed, a live broadcast will be held on this platform to ensure everyone stays updated on the situation. Let's begin by mentioning a post from a source claiming that an informant from the Steelers revealed that a secret agreement has already been made. It's worth noting that this source has made previous claims, one of which suggested that another player allegedly had a pact with the Steelers, which turned out to be false. Therefore, it's important to approach this information with caution, as this individual has not demonstrated reliability in several reports throughout the offseason, many of which did not come to fruition. Moreover, it is reasonable to consider that they operate within a very tight circle, making it unlikely that anyone would have access to such intimate details unless they are truly well informed. However, if it is true that an undisclosed agreement exists, this would indicate that everything is already settled, and now it's just a matter of time before the player makes an official announcement. The only way to fully understand the situation would be to have insider knowledge, which is rare. If the supposed secret agreement is indeed true, it seems that everything is ready and the official announcement is imminent. The most logical explanation for this delay could be that the player is waiting for an important event from a prominent local figure next week, which will be a big show. He may want to make a dramatic appearance, similar to a major entertainment event, with all eyes on him, officially finalizing his contract in grand style. Currently, this is the only interpretation that seems viable. Furthermore, there are some clues that might support this theory. In 2023, when he was deciding whether to retire or be transferred, he appeared on a famous talk show to express his desire to join a specific team. Therefore, it is relevant to remember that he frequently shares updates with this program. At the start of the transfer period, he seems to have requested a cap that clearly represents a local team, possibly to wear it during the event. Additionally, a listener mentioned that he made an offer for a residence in the city area. If this information is true, it could further reinforce the possibility that he is indeed moving and that an agreement has already been made. Another clue suggesting that a pact may be forming is that he has already participated in training sessions with the team's leading receiver, and both were wearing the team's colors. Guess what the predominant color of the team is? Black, of course, combined with gold. By the way, this image was captured by a videographer who posted several photos throughout the week. The leading receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers was spotted in black attire, reflecting the team's iconic colors of black and gold. This visual comes from a videographer who has been chronicling the receiver's activities, posting several photos earlier this week, alongside a clip featuring two athletes training together at UCLA. It is essential to note that there is no way this athlete would allow the video and those images to be released without his approval, implying a desire for this information to reach the public. Presently, we are merely 1 week away from a major event in Pittsburgh, and as we near the 9th, it appears increasingly probable that a spectacular announcement will be made regarding the new quarterback position for the Steelers. The suspense continues to escalate, making it more likely that this scenario will unfold. Recent talks suggest this is more about when, rather than if, this player will be joining the Steelers. An article has been published echoing a similar sentiment throughout the league, indicating that it is now just a matter of time before the four-time MVP officially signs with the franchise. It wouldn't be surprising if there is an undisclosed arrangement to keep the details hidden, thereby preserving the excitement for the upcoming night. This possibility cannot be overlooked at this point. Predictions are welcomed in the comments about whether this player will make an appearance at the Pittsburgh event next Wednesday. Insights are eagerly awaited, whether the expectation is for a confirmation or a denial. At this juncture, it seems quite likely that this will happen regardless of whether an announcement is made during the program or perhaps even prior. An announcement could take place as soon as Thursday or possibly tomorrow. Nevertheless, there remains a strong likelihood of attendance and interaction with the enthusiastic Pittsburgh fans. What ultimately unfolds, whether or not an announcement occurs during the broadcast, is open for conversation. Assuming an announcement is made on Thursday or even tomorrow, there is still a significant chance for attendance and connection with the devoted fans in Pittsburgh at the event. Feedback on this issue would be appreciated in the comments. Shortly, some details will be shared about a highlighted partner, and in the meantime, you are encouraged to voice your agreement or disagreement in the comments. He expressed that acquiring this individual would completely reshape the offense, underlining the exceptional talent involved. While some may claim there has been a decline in mobility, both arm strength and intellect remain intact. This combination substantially enhances the team's offensive potential, particularly with the available weaponry. However, it seems the former quarterback believes the holdup in decision-making stems from waiting for another team to reassess its position on a different player. Immediately, this transforms the team into a respectable offensive force, especially considering the available skills and that standout player. However, a former athlete suggests that the delay in the decision-making process is due to the expectation of a shift in perspective from another team regarding a certain quarterback. This former athlete believes the player evaluates that the team in question is more complete and closer to winning a Super Bowl, and this analysis may be valid. I share this view, as I observe that the roster of this team is more cohesive and prepared to chase a title at this moment compared to another. I believe the disparity is not so significant, but the team in question presents a more favorable situation, especially with its current play caller and a receiver widely recognized as the best in the league. However, it must be considered that the player might have to wait for this team, as the quarterback under analysis may not meet expectations. If this player's recovery process does not progress properly during the offseason and he faces difficulties, the situation could become more complicated. Regardless of the scenario, I believe that, if this happens, the team could pursue the athlete if he is still available. However, I consider it risky to wait at this moment, as the chances of the quarterback excelling in an environment without physical contact are very limited for him to assume the starting role next season. Moreover, the chances of him experiencing a setback in his recovery are, in my opinion, extremely low. Therefore, he would be betting on a possibility with very few chances of success, while wasting valuable time that could potentially help him develop a connection with a new team and new teammates. Communication and chemistry are essential, especially for a player who uses various signals and commands at the line of scrimmage. It is crucial that this communication and chemistry are well established to ensure success on plays. The relevance of communication and chemistry in this scenario is indisputable. It is vital for this player, who uses multiple hand signals, checks at the line of scrimmage, and play changes. For this offensive style to succeed, it is crucial to establish strong communication and synchronization. Therefore, it would truly be more beneficial for him to finalize his contract before the start of training activities with his new team. This situation becomes challenging if someone depends on a quarterback with doubts during these training sessions. If he joins the team for preparation, he will need to integrate with his main receiver despite the opportunity to spend the whole off-season training with other players. In my view, if the goal is to win and apply this specific offensive style, I would choose the other team, even if it means less preparation time. My offensive approach, like his, needs to cultivate this synchronization with the receivers on the roster. It has recently been reported that the team may be beginning to apply pressure on this player to make a decision within a certain time frame. This originated from statements made by the team owner during meetings, indicating that he would not wait indefinitely for an answer. Many interpreted this as a clear sign that the team is committed to its intentions. According to a league source, this team is taking steps that few others have tried in recent years by applying pressure on this player. Typically, with this athlete, teams tend to act cautiously, avoiding any move that might make him uncomfortable, creating a careful environment. It seems that the team is conveying this message in the most subtle way possible, However, I view this situation slightly differently. I don't believe the owner was trying to establish a hard deadline. Recently, the coach openly expressed a willingness to wait until nearly the start of training for this player. Therefore, I don't see a definitive deadline for this team regarding this issue. There has been extensive discussion surrounding the timeline for a particular player. Recently, a prominent coach indicated a readiness to wait until training camp to make a decision regarding this player, implying that there is no urgent deadline for the team in this matter. There is a possibility that claims about a finalized agreement are accurate, with the team awaiting the opportune moment for an official statement. It seems that this player is already interacting regularly with teammates, participating in workouts, and fostering relationships, which shows an increasing commitment to the team. This indicates that the organization is not pressuring him to rush his decision, and they might opt to hold off until the organized team activities begin in April. This signifies the official kickoff of the off-season program, and even the coach noted that if the player is not signed by that time, it would not be a significant issue, as that period primarily emphasizes learning and development. Given his expected entry into the Hall of Fame, he is not required to take part in every activity, as demonstrated in previous seasons when he chose to skip voluntary workouts. In light of his circumstances, it will be beneficial for him to participate in all voluntary and mandatory workouts in addition to training camp, ensuring that both he and the offense are thoroughly prepared for success in the forthcoming season. This arrangement might be for 1 year or possibly 2, but if he does sign, it is likely to be just for 1 year. Therefore, it is important for him to maximize this opportunity. It is hoped that upon joining the team, he will be fully invested and active in all off-season events, starting with the organized team activities, ideally by April, to commence the program in the team's uniform. What are your views on this matter? Should the team set a deadline for this player or allow him the necessary time to reach a decision? Regarding off-season training, there's a strong wish for him to be present at least by the start of the off-season program in the team's uniform. It would be intriguing to gather thoughts about whether the team should impose a clear deadline for the player. Should they communicate that he needs to finalize his signing by a specific date, or will they move on entirely? Input is invited on whether a deadline should be established, and if so, when it should take place. Should it align with the onset of voluntary workouts this off-season, the NFL draft, or training camp? Feedback on what the final decision date should be would be appreciated, and whether there should be one at all. Stay tuned for more updates, as there will be a live discussion analyzing the latest news, recent draft speculations, and all the vital information fans should be aware of. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. As the NFL offseason heats up, rumors swirl about a blockbuster move that could shake the foundation of the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback position. Baker Mayfield, the talented but often polarizing signal caller for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, has emerged as a serious candidate for a transfer to the Steelers. The prospect of bringing Mayfield to Pittsburgh has sent shockwaves through the fan base, creating a whirlwind of speculation. Could the Steelers be plotting their next big move to bolster their offense? Or is this just another offseason rumor? Baker Mayfield, who entered the NFL with high expectations as the number 1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, has had a roller coaster career. After initially impressing with the Cleveland Browns, where he ended a decades-long playoff drought, Mayfield's trajectory has been anything but steady. His journey through the Panthers and Rams was filled with highs and lows, but his performance in 2023 with the Buccaneers gave a glimpse of the talent that still lies within him. Under his leadership, the Bucs claimed a division title and earned a playoff victory, showcasing his ability to rise to the occasion. For the Steelers, the addition of a quarterback like Mayfield could be a game-changer. While the team's defense remains one of the most formidable in the league, the offense has struggled to find consistent quarterback play. Mayfield's arm strength, mobility, and playoff experience could provide the Steelers with the dynamic presence they've been missing. His ability to perform under pressure, as seen in numerous tight games for the Buccaneers, aligns well with the gritty, no-nonsense culture of Pittsburgh football. However, it's not all smooth sailing for Mayfield. His inconsistencies, particularly his interception-prone games, have often held him back from reaching the elite status many once expected of him. The question remains, can he fit into the Steelers' system and thrive in the pressure cooker that is Pittsburgh? With a stellar offensive line, rising stars like Najee Harris, and a coaching staff that thrives on maximizing player potential, the Steelers might just be the right team for Mayfield to finally put it all together. As the offseason unfolds, the Steelers' interest in Mayfield continues to grow, with both sides weighing the pros and cons of a potential deal. For Pittsburgh, the decision could define their quarterback situation for years to come. And for Mayfield, a fresh start in the Steel City might be the perfect opportunity to rewrite the next chapter of his NFL career. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Pittsburgh Steelers, make sure to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.